Jerome. It's too much responsibility. Welcome
I
to our
agree.
daily, yes, welcome to our daily meeting. Of course, I'm changing the next 10 meetings or whatever it may be, the next 5, all about finances and how you can use this company and your companies to get that. On the screen, it says biggest regrets at an older age, and there's 6 of them. Not starting a business, not having a healthy, fit body. I can relate to that one. Not saving for retirement, not investing in real estate, not spending much time with family, not expressing personal feelings. Definitely the 2 in the middle. I've been addressing these 2 in the middle. I don't have these outside problems. The not having a fit body and not spending much time with family. I've been addressing these 2. I work so hard. Now the good thing is my family's just included, so I don't have that problem. But when Kobe Bryant died, I noticed that when him and his daughter died, excuse me, I noticed that there was tons of pictures with him and his daughters that people were spreading around, and these were public pictures, right? So cuddled up, all sorts of stuff. And I don't have pictures with my kids like that because my background is military intelligence, and I protect my kids from facial recognition and all that stuff, right? You got to be careful with that. But I have been addressing that. I have been taking plenty of pictures. Now they just in my phone. They just in my phone. So there you go. All of you can see this here. Hopefully you catch that energy. Let me see who's on. Catch this energy. You don't want these regrets. We're talking about finances. You don't want these regrets. Now, let me just address a few things before we get into the main body of what I want to discuss, which is what I promise you all. Diana, again, today, where are you at?
I am right here.
Whatever you think is on your agenda is not on your agenda.
Okay.
Okay. I know the completion of the publication of Law's book is on there.
Yes, it is.
You know that. And I know when Law gets on, I have to address a question for him. So I do know that. Anything else you're doing? And the sales script. I'm still waiting on my sales script for Serena. Other than that, guess what you're doing?
Reading.
There you go, Jerome. You're a savant. You are a savant, sir. Reading.
But you know what, Antonio? She's
Uh-huh.
been doing a wonderful job. But she's got a lot to do, and that's as well. So we can't minimize those things because it's like the sacred text says, these things you should have done and not left the others undone. You still got to get it done. Got to get it done.
And it's my job to make her 2 times better than me. Because if she knows all that she knows, and I know all that I know, and I pour all my knowledge into her, then she is 2 times better than me.
Yes, sir.
You understand? And if you follow someone who doesn't have that attitude, no worries. Just there's different leaders. There's different leaders. Now, also, Deanna, I want you to download my last training with Dakota and put it in where you got to put it at.
Okay, that is done.
The one I just did a couple of days ago.
Yes, sir.
Good job. Good job, Dan. Good stuff.
We'll resend the link though, so you'll have it.
No, I got the link saved. I saved it in my notes.
Oh,
So yeah, resend it. As long as this, but the last one that was there is in there. Yes.
yes.
All right, then. Good. Because I'm going to release those. That's all going to be one season, and I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna release them all like Netflix, probably so, on audio, on podcasts, and let people because they're good. If you don't know it, ladies and gentlemen, I've been for the last year or something. Well, what is it, Diana? Well, you tell them. You tell them. What
About
have I been doing with Dakota?
you have been coaching him and helping him build his shoe company, and you have been recording all of those coaching sessions, and just storing them.
How many sessions? Give me put some
Okay.
PR on this when I got you talking.
Hold on. Give me one
Just,
second. I can
well, you
tell.
ain't got to be exact. Just come
Okay.
on. Just put some
I,
pizzazz on it.
I know it's at least about 30, maybe 30 to 35 sessions.
I've got 30, 35 sessions, something like that, building one business from start to finish. So if you know Dakota Jones and you've been looking at his meteoric rise in Mississippi with his shoe company, it has come from our coaching, from start to where he's at now. We got a few sessions left, and we break down some stuff that is just incredible. And of course, once it get to the mathematics of things, that's when I just start levitating and glowing, Jerome, because that's my thing. That's my thing for sure when it comes to the economics and finances of things. Just a little tip for you: if you're going to help people, record it. You never know what you're going to do with it later, Steve. I'm sure people come to you every day asking for advice. You have the energy of someone that is constantly used by other people. All right, you just have that energy. Everybody come to Steve. Steve, what should I do with this $100,000? Right, something like this 100,000 pounds. Steve's like, give it to me. I know what to do with it. Yeah, I know what to do with it. No, not Dakota Jones, the musician. He is a young man in our network. He is 19. No,
Yeah, he's 19.
19. He's as tall as Reggie.
20 now.
I think, yeah, he just had a birthday. He's 20 and he's tall. And when he stand next to me, he rests his elbow on my shoulder. It's kind of disrespectful, but you know, it's genetics, Jerry. I
Welcome.
can only do so much. Yeah, I can only.
Welcome. Welcome.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I can only do so much. And yeah, he's 19. He's in Ricasa as well. He's just a good young man, very respectable. And he's hungry in small town Mississippi. And he started a shoe company from cleaning and repairing shoes. Now he's designing his own shoes. And he wants to compete with Nike and things like that. Amazing. Yeah, yeah. I've never met a young man like him in my life. Never. In my head, shoes are made by other people so I can buy them. In his head, he makes shoes so other people can buy them, right? So we all shed a light differently. Good stuff. So you're gonna do that for me. I've already done that for. Now I want to talk to Reggie, Grace. I want to talk to Reggie, Grace, Monica, and Deanna specifically because I said this, but I don't think y'all catching it. So I'm gonna say it again. About 2 weeks meetings ago, I said we need to remember what makes us the most money, and 10 times that. Could anybody remember what I said of the people I just named? It's my fault. If you
Service.
can't, if you can't remember, it's my fault because communication is the fault of the leader. So let me give it to you. Okay, okay, good stuff. Satish just said we can get him and to get some manufacturers in India. So good stuff. I'll get right up on that.
Mhm.
Write that down for me down and send it to me. Cold calls and referrals, God dog it. It's our number one income earners. This company is weird. Do y'all understand? What did you just do this morning, Grace?
I ran somebody's card.
Uh-huh. For whom?
Uh, one of Dr. Trask's people.
Which means I got to pay her, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want this 100 times. Okay. Okay. Feels clapping for you, sugar. Feels clapping for you. That's her second one. Deanna, update that 100K thing. Okay. Pay attention. If you listen, in fact, don't even pay attention. Listen to me. I know where it comes from. Do 100 times more. Do what works. Do you understand? I'm not just saying calls. I'm saying a specific kind of call. Cold calls or from a lead generated list and referrals. Are you tracking me? I really need y'all. I feel I need y'all to look at me. Okay. If you if you're not on the toilet, I know it's early. I'm gonna need your camera on. Or I'm gonna need you to chat in the chat. I need y'all to look at me. Or chat at me. Or raise your emoji hand. All right? I need to see it. This is for the people I called and for y'all listening. Because the problem with understanding how to get what you want is y'all keep trying stuff. Stop trying stuff. I cannot stress this enough, right? Stop trying stuff. Do what works. There is a time not to do what works because it's holding you back. But if I got you, Jerome, if you know what is core to your income, do it until it's time to change. Okay, Reggie just chatted with me. Thank you. Monica, send me a message. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is important.
Yes, 100%.
Outstanding. Good. So now I got you. You got me here. If saying, Sugar, send me a name works, Grace, what you supposed to do?
So, tell Sugar to send me names. She been sending me names. I got 2 more appointments for her. So.
All right. So
yeah, but I understand.
This is not a correction. This is a kick in the butt. How much do you want whatever you want? That's all I'm saying. I ain't say 10x at this time. I said 100x. It's just how much do you want what you want? I personally live my life like I'm gonna die. I don't think I'm gonna live into old age. It's just not the way I operate. It's just me. You understand what I'm saying? It's just me. I think every day I wake up is every day I'm gonna die. So my intensity level is always at lion chasing a gazelle. I'm telling y'all, if you know asking Sugar for names works, do more. You understand? If you know picking up the phone works, do more. Is that strange for this company? Yes. Does it work? Yes. Do I have a core of a bunch of strange people? Yes. Y'all are weird. You make no sense. So of course we're weird, and the way the money comes in is weird. So do more of the weird stuff. Fair enough? All right, outstanding. Jerome, then Phil.
There we go. When you said the bottom line is do what works, this big light bulb went off because for those of you who haven't been around as long as I've been here, I'm in my 3rd year with ATS, and don't feel bad if you don't get it the first time, because I didn't. Okay, it took me about a year to figure out that I was broke. Okay, took me about a year. Okay, because I thought I was doing good. I thought I was doing all right. So I understood what Antonio was saying. I understood the concepts and all that, but it took me about a year. And then I said, if I understand it, then why am I not making any money? Well, what I figured out was what I had been trained to do and what I had grown up with, I was still doing that regardless of my understanding. Because, it's okay to understand something, but that doesn't mean you're going to execute it or do it. So I came to the understanding, which was good, but I wasn't executing it. Now, when I figured out, hey, Jerome, you got to get up and do it, I started doing it, but there was one problem. I was interjecting into what I was doing what I thought would work. The problem was I was using an old method before that didn't work, and now I'm trying to interject something into the method I've been taught, which hasn't been proven, because I haven't been there before. Guess what? It didn't work. So when I figured out it didn't work, some of you haven't seen me for a while, because what I actually did was I put my foot on the brakes and said, stop, Jerome. You're spending all this extra energy and you're doing all these things and they're not working, okay? Go back to the beginning. And that's what I did. And when I started going back to the beginning and taking this step, I've been waking up feeling good. I've been waking up making progress. I have added some other things to what I already have, and I'm bringing back into what I was taught before slowly, instead of putting Jerome in there, because it doesn't work. But if I do what I've been taught, guess what's going to happen? It's going to work. And you know why I know it's going to work? Because it's been working for 3 years for ATS. All I got to do is tap in to the system. Hello. So when you said that, Antonio, I had to jump in, dog.
Yeah. That's why I'm stressing it, because master this first, and then start putting your improvements on it. But you got to master something first. Okay, you got to master something first. Go ahead, Phil.
Well, remember when Christ said to his disciples, "You've been with me so long and you still don't get it."
Amen.
Now think about it. Did he have a great product? Could Lazarus have written him a testimonial letter? Could you sing Jesus' next brochure? Before, after. Number 2, who was his boss? God was his boss. Now some of our bosses think they're God. He had the real thing. 3, he chose his staff. He handpicked the 12. How many of us get to pick the people we work with usually? They hire us, sit them next to us, and we got to work with them. And last, did he have the great strategic plan? He had the ultimate strategic plan. So he had a great product. He had a great boss. He had a great staff. He had a great plan. And they still weren't getting the program. So no matter how good it is you have to offer the world, is the world going to get it the first time, or the 5th time, or the 19th time, or the 27th time, or the 86th time, or the 157th time? So we need to be more patient and more persistent, which are 2 ends of the spectrum. You need to be patient, but you need to be persistent.
That's it. Which leads me perfectly into the main thing, which is what I promised I was going to do. I was listening to Gary Vee this morning, Q&A. I just literally, this was one where I didn't have much time. And I put on an hour keynote and I just scrubbed the video. I think it was like 20 minutes for the call. And I just scrubbed the video to the Q&A, like literally, because I was trying to squeeze in, typically I watch the whole thing and I just scrubbed it to the Q&A. And the first question, his first question was someone, the Gary Vee answer was, you can't boil the ocean. And I'm like, yeah, why would you even try to do that? And I'm thinking the same thing he's thinking. Like, you're rushing. Ladies and gentlemen, you should know that I have not rushed this business. It is the thing that makes me here, or an enigma or whatever, is I am patiently impatient. Phil just said it better, patient and persistence. I'm extremely impatient, and I'm also super patient. And I waited until the system crumbled. I built, and slowly released. I could have launched this network marketing company 2 years ago. Actually, they talked about me when I didn't. 6 people left and told Jerome, don't trust me. And I ain't blankety blank, and sent out mass emails. And Law had to tell me, hey, this email came out. This happened. This is real stuff. This is real stuff. And I still said, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Because we didn't have enough, whatever enough was at the time. Right? Didn't have enough structure. Didn't have enough. So I just let everybody talk. Those who wanted to leave, I let them leave, Law. Let them leave. I ain't say nothing. They still talking. Monica fooling around and called one of them by accident last week.
Sure did.
He cussed her out trying to get to me. You understand? Didn't bother me one bit. Didn't bother me one bit. I ain't said nothing. Don't have nothing to say, sugar, at all. Right? Just lies, 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 lies. I ain't got nothing to say. Because I know, Steve, I'm going to move when I'm supposed to. Do you understand? I know that to move without controlling the economics of things, to move without controlling the infrastructure, to move without controlling the data or the finance or the communications or the human resources makes me vulnerable. I understand this. I understand to move into their positioning messes all of us up, and all of y'all would have followed me for nothing. Before I get to Phil, let me tell you this statement. To be inside the will of God means to be crucified by other people. Go ahead, Phil.
Wow, that's something nice to follow. Well, I was going to say something significantly less heavy than that, but it may be apropos. A great marketing plan, poorly implemented, accelerates your demise. You'll just die quicker.
Definitely. This morning I got a text message from, and this fits right into the finances I'm getting ready to teach y'all. This morning I got a text message from someone. I don't know if you want me to say your name. And they just jumped on the call, and I promised them I would address it. Let me read a tad bit of it, because I want to put you in the energy of it. I had to stop speaking to my youngest sibling. How many of you know just because you siblings don't mean you're friends? Amen. My sibling has no respect for our mom, no respect for the siblings, only respects the people outside the house. Boy, I know that all too well. Actually, you just, if anything, I shouldn't say it. I'm gonna move on. I decided this would be my last time being disrespected. I feel better, and I'm not experiencing any anxiety that usually comes associated with this conversation. I feel like every time he opens his mouth, I got to go through all this here. And the question was centered around the first line that I skipped was, am I creating bad karma for myself? No. Okay, but I have to explain some things first, which is why I told you I would address it on this call and not respond back to you in text message. It's not enough to disconnect from somebody. You must forgive them, because forgiveness stops the wheel of karma. But when you forgive them, you have to include them in your forgiveness. That does not mean that you need to be at the next Thanksgiving party. Do you understand? It just means that the next time you interact with them, text message, phone, whatever, your energy needs to push off, I am at peace with your existence. Do you understand, person who sent me this message? Because it is not enough to forgive someone and not include them in your forgiveness. I'm not saying you ever got to talk to them again, but your energy needs to vibrate at the frequency that happened with Satish. I had no idea that Satish had somebody dirty dog talking about me. And when he brought them up to me, all I said was, "Oh man, what a great guy! Man, I watched him get screwed over, and he stood strong." That's all I had to say. I ain't got nothing else to say, you know, because I totally forgive the everything and all sorts of stuff. and I've included them in my forgiveness. Have I talked to them since then? No, I haven't talked to them at all. For 3-4 years, I haven't said a word. Don't intend to. I have no intention, sugar, because I don't go looking around for things to hurt my feelings. Help me, somebody. No, it's not always the easiest thing to do, Jerry. Not even close. Not even close. Not even close. The guy that the guy that Monica called, I paid this guy upwards 5 figures. Doesn't even matter the number. To do absolutely nothing. And the team just 2 months ago was like, "How can you be so calm with that?" I mean, this was this was 5 figures, a comma, and it was well over $10,000. Okay, just letting you know. Paid in full. Overpaid because they couldn't figure out how to receive the money without the fees coming out. So I paid for the fees too. Y'all ain't heard me. You didn't hear me. In the middle of after shooting the emails, law, after dredging my name around and muddying it all up, I didn't just pay. I overpaid and then paid the fees, plus sent free meals, did all of that because you treat people better than they treat you. Period, point blank. It doesn't matter what they're doing. You understand? Now that's something I learned from Joel Osteen. To be frank with you, it's not something that I was born with, Steve. What I was born with, I don't know if I was born with, but where I came up from, let me say it that way. You punch somebody in the mouth when they use their mouth against you. Do you understand? That's where I come from. I don't know if I was born that way, but that's where I come from. I don't want you to think, had I not met Joel Osteen, this would be a different story, sugar. It's a completely different story. Completely different story. But when Monica called, I was like, don't even worry about it. I had nothing bad to say. Not going to. When Satish came, I had nothing bad to say. Not going to. Because I live in a constant state of forgiveness. Because if you want to be un-F-wittable, you must walk around in a constant state of forgiveness. It is the only way to be invincible. There is no other way to be invincible. If you want to be, I am un-F-wittable. Period, point blank. No matter what you do, I am the least offended person on planet Earth. You got to forgive and be in a constant state of forgiveness. Because if you're not, you'll always be bothered. So, sir, who texted me, let me tell you why I said I was going to address this, because we're talking about money. Deanna, unmute your mic. Because when I told it to her, she kept struggling with something, kept struggling with something. And I had to cuss her out. And she got it. I did. There was somebody bothering you, Deanna. And I said, it don't even matter because you got the lesson. When someone's bothering you, what did I say they doing with your money?
You want me to actually say it or just?
Hey, this is my call. It ain't censored. I hope they ain't got no kids around. They be all right.
All right, y'all. I'm just.
Well, you a lady. You a lady.
Okay.
I'll
They
say it.
They messing with my money.
Listen to me. I said, stop letting them with your money.
Yeah, that's what he said. Right there.
I said it just like that. We was in the car.
For some reason, it caught.
She didn't get it till I had to cuss out. Because this is what I was explaining to them. I was explaining to her. Say, every time they make you upset, you push your dreams away.
Yep.
Your dreams can't find you because you pissed off. You are not vibrating at the frequency of your dreams because you mad at what somebody did to you.
Come on, sir. Remind me. Keep talking. I'm sorry. Let me mute my mic back.
So I told her, and like literally, as I said, stop letting them with your money. And then she, right? And then she was like, and there it is, sir, who texted me. There's the answer to your question. No, you're not building more karma for yourself, but include them in your forgiveness. It doesn't matter if you talk to them again. You should be at peace with their presence. You should observe their lives with no judgment. And only then will your dreams say, you are worthy enough for us to manifest in your life. Until then, and I sure hope you hear me because I'm talking directly to you, your dreams ain't never gonna come to its full fruition. And let me tell y'all something. I love myself too much to let somebody else limit my dreams. I ain't doing that. I, I don't know what to tell you. I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that. And that bothered energy will mess with you, Jerry. Yeah. Listen, I'm telling y'all, the moment you say, I'ma live my dreams, the moment Sugar say, I'ma live my dreams, somebody got a cross for Sugar. Cause you can't be inside the will of God and say yes without somebody being offended with your bravery.
Amen.
Let's let me go and talk about it just for a second.
Amen.
Let's just take for a moment, and I could still be orthodox if I do this, okay? Let's just separate, well, let's just isolate, there we go. Separation would be unorthodox. Let's just isolate the deity of Jesus the King and the man of Jesus the man, okay? Because according to your Christian beliefs, you can't mingle them. Jesus never tapped into his deity to be a good person. He was a good person all through flesh. That's the real miracle of your protagonist. Okay, if you don't know that, allow me to tell you about your scriptures. The real miracle of your protagonist is that he did that fantastic stuff as a man. That's the real miracle. Never tapped into God to act like God. Tapped into man to act like God, which is why he says, be ye perfect. All right? Because you can. All right. Just so you know, so you don't throw stones at me, okay? Oh,
Antonio,
go ahead, Phil.
he also said, I have done great works, but you will do even greater.
Even greater. Even greater. You supposed to be better than me. Thank you, Phil, because I sure would have left that out. Now think about this for a second. Here is this greatness, and 12 immediate people follow this great person. This is where it hurts, my Yuri. It's gonna happen to all of y'all. 12 immediate people follow. They give up their dreams to follow this dream. Do y'all understand that? They 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 give up their money. Peter was Antonio. He was a hustler. Hey, let's, let's get this fish money. You understand? Like, let me just make this clear to you. He was a hustler and then Peter did what he said he was gonna do. Oh no, you got. I ain't lying to you. My man Peter said, "Sugar, ain't nobody gonna touch you. I bet ain't nobody gonna touch you." And somebody fooling around touch Sugar. Peter say, "Off with your ear, trying to take your head off." My man backed it up. He said, "Listen, it's going down. Nobody's gonna touch you, and if they do, I'm gonna kill them." And that's exactly what Peter tried to do. Do you understand? All of this, they follow. You ain't got to be Christian to get this. They follow. And other people said, since you want to follow your dream, we going to kill your dream. Now I'm coming back to you. That's how it works. Oh, you want to sell big business, huh, Satish? Kill your dream. How many of y'all know what I'm talking about? Oh, my Yuri, you want to be a successful woman in India? Kill your dream. That's how it works. That's how it works. If you decide to dream a dream, other people will take your dream and nail it to a cross and make you watch them do it. That with no private crucifixion. That ain't how people kill. Get out of here. Don't nobody crucify people privately. When I'm ready to teach you a lesson, it will be public. Please know that. I wish I had some help. Ain't nobody ever had a problem with sugar and took her to the side to crucify her. The only time you take people to the side is for resolutions. But when I say enough is enough and you need to get taught a lesson, that's always public. I'm trying to talk a bit. So I came at the right time to hear this message. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Stop letting people play with your money. If you are upset at somebody, you are simultaneously forfeiting your dreams. Same time. Same time. How you gonna vibrate at the bliss and joy of your dreams while also vibrating at the toxic anger of your revenge? You can't have both. Can I make that make more sense, Jerron? You can only serve one master. Your dreams or your hatred. Your dreams are the problem with that person. But you can't serve both. See, I be taking stuff too literal. You think literally, oh, you can only serve the good God and the bad God. You can only serve the thing you chasing to live out the highest expression of yourself, or that point you want to prove because somebody offended you 10 minutes ago. I ain't doing it, Satish. I ain't doing it. You want to talk about me, talk about me. One of us gonna be right, one of us gonna be wrong. Steve, all I gotta do is give it a little time. If it's my time to be wrong, it's my time to be wrong. I'm gonna eat that. But one thing that gives me great comfort is if I'm a good tree, I can't bear bad fruit. Scientifically impossible. So if I want to know if I'm a good tree or not, I don't lie to myself, Jerome. I look at my fruit. You understand? I look at my fruit. If I say, oh man, I'm not where I want to be and my life is all messed up, I look at my fruit. Because sometimes my fruit is good, but the weather ain't caught up with my good fruit. I just tried to help somebody that think you behind. I just tried to help somebody that think you behind. Some Jerron, what some of y'all think you behind. If you still got good fruit,
repeat that one again. I'm sorry, you got to, that weather. You got to repeat again.
Yeah, you got good fruit coming from your tree. The weather just ain't caught up to your harvest. That's all. It's just a drought outside. It's just storming, but your tree still got good fruit.
Antonio, come on,
Come
boy.
on, man.
Boy,
Come on, man.
You gotta,
I'm trying to get to the mathematical formula that I want to give y'all.
Lord, listen to me, boy.
But this energy won't let me go, Jerome.
Come on, man. Come on, boy. I got to say this because I was here through that, whatever it was. I was here. I was here at the beginning.
It was very, very embarrassing for me.
But Antonio, here's the deal. Because I can't speak for Laura. I can't speak for Deanna. I can't speak for Tim. I can't speak for nobody but Jerome. And as that thing began to unfold, as that thing materialized in front of all of us, it became very, very simple for Jerome. And you just said it out of your mouth. Look at his fruit. Look at his fruit. And Antonio, the moment I looked at the fruit, there wasn't a decision. Because I looked at everything that came up to that, and it was profitable. It wasn't good. It was very good. But wait a minute, bad. Wait a minute, and Grace through the math, it didn't add up. And the moment I recognized that, there was nothing to discuss. There was nothing to say. I didn't ask you. I didn't ask your subordinates. And I didn't ask the person that was doing all the mess because it wasn't necessary. Because just like you also said, I'm putting my energy into that, which ain't getting my dream where it need to be because I already knew that what was going on wasn't profitable. I got to move ahead. I got to keep it moving. And boom. And here's the beauty of it, Antonio. At that time, I backed off, not because of that. I backed off because of me. And then when I started picking up on the calls again, Satis was here. COVID-19 was here. And I said to myself, Jerome, look at what's going on at ATS. Mm-hmm. In spite of all of that mess,
we got 100 times better.
Ain't that boy hiding people? Ain't that boy? Come on now. And Antonio didn't have to have a discussion with nobody.
Never did.
All I had to do was look at the fruit. Somebody
texted Deanna and said, could you ask Antonio when he going to have a meeting about this whole situation? And I said, I'm not going to have a meeting. Am I lying down? Do you remember what I said? Tell them what I said.
He said, tell them in these exact words. And there's a couple of cuss words in there. But the whole point, the purpose was, I'm not having a meeting. I don't need to have a meeting. And if you have questions, you can ask me directly. But I don't need to have a meeting. I'm not going to have a meeting. I'm going to continue to move forward. If you want to make this money, just follow me.
She quoted me. Law said I remember that because he was one of the people that got that message. Because it was his battle buddy that wanted to have a meeting. I ain't had no meeting. What I look like coming to your enemy territory?
Yeah.
To have a meeting that you already got me guilty for. Get out of here. Go ahead, Jerome.
And I remember a certain individual was talking about some money that people had taken out of their pocket. And just like you said, not proud, but openly, confronted you about it. And what you said, Antonio, I said that was butter. You said clearly to all parties who were listening, thank you for your donation. Next. I said, wait a minute. I said, no, he didn't. Yes, he did. Come on now. Come on now. Come on.
With nothing else to say. Thank
because
you
if you would have charged people what it cost, it would have been far more than anything they came out their pocket with. You said, thank you for your donation. Kept right on moving. I said, no, he didn't. I said, that's my man.
So this is just to the person who texted. I ain't bothered at all, Jerry. Don't bother me. And every time it come up, which rarely comes up, I ain't got nothing to say. Because I like my dreams. I came here to change the world. I ain't come here to prove no points. And you got to be in tune with your dreams or in tune with those people. How can I win without resistance? How can you fly without turbulence? Be a seed in the ground without pressure. Come on now. Tree without bugs on it. Come on, you can't come on now. Come on. It comes with the territory. Now, this somebody okay. All that leads to this. Tempest made me realize some of y'all your first priority in moving out of this is you need to sustain your current monthly income plus comfort. Is this correct? Let me poll my audience because I've gotten a bunch of stuff written down and we're going to cover them all this week. If you, let me just see if I get maximum participation, even if you flick your camera. Okay, yeah, so I got one shaker. If you wanted to, this is what Tempest says. She says, there's something I want to do. She wants, actually, I'll tell you what she wants. She wants to pursue her cybersecurity dreams, but she wants to make sure her, just her mortgage and just all sorts of stuff, right? She, not even cost of living, not cost of living, because it wasn't cost of living she brought up. I'm the one who added cost of living. Go ahead, Grace.
She gave you a certain amount just to be broke.
Just to be broke. Because that's how y'all talk. You say, I say, all right, so teach how much money you need. And you're not thinking how much money you need. You're thinking, well, if I just had this money, I won't be embarrassed. It's what you're really thinking. If I just had this amount of money, I don't have to be embarrassed. My family can still be taken care of. I won't, have to be on Facebook with a foreclosure. I won't have to get my car repossessed. You're thinking stuff like that. Is this right that all of y'all need a certain amount of money flowing in a month so you can go do stuff that you really want to do? All right. See, I didn't think about that because I'm already doing what I want to do. So I am removed from this. I've been living my dreams since kindergarten. I'm literally doing what I said I want to do in kindergarten. So I am 38 years removed of this common sense thing. This is why I polled my audience. So I told her, give me your dollar amount. She gave me her dollar amount. This is where y'all should start taking ye notes. All of you need to think about the dollar amount that won't embarrass you. Don't worry about everything else. Don't put no faith on it. Just go straight logical and say, I need 3,500 pounds. I need $3,500. I need 1 lakh per month. I'm trying to hit everybody. Okay. There's something, well, at least hit everybody on this call. Okay. I need this per month. Don't get high awareness on me. We're about to do that next. Like don't, because you gotta be careful when you're talking to highly aware people, Jerry. They always 5 steps ahead of the conversation, which is good. But right now, just stay in the conversation. Be present where your feet are right now. Give me that number that doesn't embarrass you. Yes, 1 step at a time. Now, does everyone have that number? Let me get some head nods. All right, let me do it like a school teacher would do. Who does not have that number? Let me do it that. Yeah, that's the school teacher. Y'all real smart with that.
I was about to say, what are we looking for the number? I had disconnected real quick. I had a call.
No worries.
Oh.
I want the number that you need monthly that is going to not embarrass you. Jerome Red said he needs 4,000 a month. Ain't nothing wrong. So this is what Jerome is stating. Jerome is stating that I need $4,000 a month to be broke. That is not I need $4,000 a month to live. That's not covering cost of living. He's saying that according to capitalism and the life I've created in it, if I get anything less than $4,000 a month, I'm poor. And I feel the effects of it. If I get $4,000 a month, I'm poor, but I'm also broke. And being poor and broke is better than being poor and less than broke. Now, so law says he needs $20,000 a month. That makes sense. Law bought into this program at the $20,000 level. So I just want y'all to know that. Law and Jerome. All right, so everybody's putting their stuff out. Now I want you to take that number and you multiply it by 3. That's your number now. So Law, you need $60,000 a month. Monica, you need $24,000 a month. Makes sense. Monica's a rich Latina with 2 different houses between San Antonio and Austin, and she's been living. How long you been living a 6-figure lifestyle, Monica? How many years now?
Well, prior to COVID, 4 years.
Okay.
COVID messed
Stupid
me up.
COVID. Yeah. Stupid COVID. Yeah. And the beautiful thing is, many of you are gonna have a testimony. COVID just did what Jerome said. It just exposed you didn't have no money in the beginning. That's what it exposed. You never had an economy. All right. That makes sense because $100,000 a year is $8,333 a month. So of course Monica needs $8,000 a month. Monica is saying, my lifestyle, I need $8,000. This ain't even lifestyle because once you make 6 figures, there's a law. I want to call it. I think it's and finally, I think it actually is called Murphy's Law. But this is what it basically means, Steve, because you know it. You get more money, you get more expenses. This is something that we do. We just naturally go, oh, I make this many pounds. Oh, let me make sure I look like I make this many pounds. Right? We do that. Yeah, this is just bills, Monica. I fully understand. It's just bills. Multiply by 3. This is my promise to you, Grace. I said that I was going to make sure we did nothing but finances for the rest of that time. I made sure of that. Remember, I said that. I promised you I would do this. I said I would turn every class into it because this is what you asked for, and I polled the audience, and everybody's like, "Please," and put their hand up. So far, it was off the screen. I said, "Okay, well, let's do it." So every time y'all hear my voice this week, it's nothing but finances. From the psychology of it to the practicality of it to the math of it to the spirituality of it, you getting all of it. Thank you, Sugar. All right. You need to multiply by 3. Here's why. Here's the psychology of it. Or here's the math of it too. You got 100% to cover your bills. Then they're going to tell you you need 6-month reserves. Don't worry about that. I got that covered. Just pay attention. Then you're going to have another 100% to cover just in case things happen. How many of y'all are old enough to know just in case things happen every day of your life? It's okay. We got different levels of just in case things happen at this point. You walk outside, you got a flat top. What the? Or you get that $300 light bill for no reason. And where did this come from? We got a hole in the house somewhere or something. It just or your washing machine break and now you got, or the plumbing, and you got to replace the whole floorboards in your kitchen, Steve. You just got to do all that stuff. Now the UK down here, y'all live on AC, especially down here in the South. There's lots of parts in the UK you can actually just open up your window. It's just fine. Okay, so this. I got to talk to different regions because you can't do that down here, Steve. You open up your window down here. First off, you're gonna get pollen, mosquitoes, hay fever, and you're just gonna die. You're gonna melt in your living room. You're gonna melt. Go ahead, Chris. Let me get a question from you.
I was just thinking on top of my head while I was listening. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't your assets supposed to cover your lifestyle and your cash flow cover your bills?
No doubt. No. Well. Yes, you're 100% right. Let me just tweak that a little bit to make you run faster. I want your assets and cash. Well, cash flow is assets. Assets is cash flow. But I only want you to have income producing assets. It seems I want you to be cautious that all your assets should be cash flow. That's what was missing from that statement. Because a yacht is an asset. Don't do you no good in COVID. You understand what I'm saying? So I want to be very careful there.
Got it.
There you go. So cash flow should pay for everything, and that's what we talk about right now. So good job, Chris. So now you're gonna have 100% to not embarrass you, then another 100% That's the 2 times more to cover anything that happens. You ready for this? And that third 100% is ease and abundance. Did, where's Sugar at? Where's she at? Oh, there she go. Sugar, you do know your prayers will come out a lot more prayy if you got money. Man, I sure hope. Let me talk to my spiritual people real quick. My folk who actually attend religious services.
You spoke a word right there, Reverend.
Y'all can serve God a lot better if you're not broke. I still show up to 2-member churches because I don't need them to pay me, Sugar. You understand? I don't say things like, "Oh, no, y'all can't afford me." You understand what I'm saying? It is a lot easier, my Yuri, to take your daughter driving around in the car when you got a lot of gas money. Yeah, it's a lot easier.
I
You
thought I
take
was the
longer
only one
trips.
thinking that.
Yeah. How many of you just get in your car, that's your sanctuary, and you just ride around with no destination, listening to music or whatever it is? You just get up and go. There you go. A lot easier to do that when you ain't worrying about the wear and tear on your car. Okay? Now, in 3 months, if you follow this system in 3 months, that third 100%, so if you don't understand math, when I said multiply by 3, that's 100% each time, if you don't understand that, okay? That third 100%, you shouldn't have to spend because that second 100% will, and that third 100% becomes your 6 months reserves. Get it? If you do that third 100% for 6 months, if you do this for 6 months, you will have 6 months reserves without hurting you. Without hurting you, you would do that third 100%. Y'all got me? 6 months. That's one of the best ways to get 6 months reserve. Now, after you do this for 6 months, I want you to shift your thinking. I want you to take all that money that you got, whatever it is. Let me talk to Monica. I want you to take, Grace, share your calculator for me. I'm teaching you what to do because the next time we meet, I'm going to teach you how to do it with Rakeza. And then I'm going to teach you how to do it with your business. Grace is sharing a calculator. Grace, I want you to take 24,000 and I want you to find me 40% of 24,000, please.
What percent again?
40% of 24,000. That's 9,600.
Yes.
All right. Now keep that up real quick. That means, Monica, unmute your mic. I want you to, because I'm speaking directly to your situation. That means you need to follow me and my teachings and the flow of my money until you can save $9,600 a month. And you need to be doing that after 7 months of following me.
Got it.
There you go. Did y'all see what I just did? Now, Grace, take $9,600 and take it out of 24,000 for me, please. I'm gonna explain to everybody what I did because I know it's math and some of y'all brains checked out. I totally get it.
24 divided by 96.
No. I just need the difference between the two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This means I only want Monica to live off of $14,400 a month. Everybody got me? That means she don't get that money. Let me tell you. Let me tell you what's a lot of this stuff is universal. Actually, all this stuff is universal. If you're not in harmony with the laws of this universe, the universe will smack you in the face. I need you to get that. All right. Tero's like, yeah. If you plant a farm and eat 100% of the crops, you will not have a farm. Do you understand?
It's okay if you aren't sure how to pronounce Arabica beans. And it's okay if you don't even know what premium roast means. When you order your coffee from McDonald's, you just need to know how to drink it.
Try for yourself a $1 any size premium roast coffee paired with a savory $1 sausage McMuffin. In a hurry? Order on our app and pick up curbside. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I need you to get that. And the ground will curse you. No, I'm serious. Your farm won't be able to grow no more because when these crops or stay, they re-nutrient, they re-nurture the ground. Literally, you have farmers that have 100% plot that take 75% of that plot and plant on, and then leave the other plot empty for regeneration, for rest. I'm not making this up.
Antonio?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I got so I have a question about that. So we
Gotcha.
we take it and whatever we have, we triple it, right?
Yep.
So whatever we think we need,
Yep.
we triple it.
Yep.
So 1/3 of it goes to covering bills or whatever you need for those things. The other third is just in case. So that's put away on the side, just in
Yep.
case. And the other is for our everyday, whatever it is we need. So
Almost.
you break it down that way, we still have over amount.
That's
Okay,
right.
so say you have the amount to cover your bills, but then the other third that you have for yourself to live, it's over the amount that you really would need.
That's right.
It's more like what you want so that you have it. What do you do with that extra?
Yeah, that's good question. You invest. What I just told Monica was you need to be, when I said saving, I was going to flip it to investing. You need to invest. Monica, I'm going to go off on you. If by the 7th month of you with me, you're not investing $9,600 a month. And believe me, they know, because I get real aggressive when y'all don't start doing stuff for you.
Can you break it down?
Got you. No, I got you. Here's the big picture. Here's the bigger picture in that picture. And here's a small picture so you can understand in simplicity. All of you want to make 3 times more money than what you have. Than what you need. Excuse me. Then I want you to do this for 6 months. That's 3 times more money than what you need. So it's not that this is confusing. This is economics. This is what they don't teach you. So we're speaking a new language. You've never used these words before, okay? Step 1, you're going to generate 3 times more than what you need. Step 2, you're going to do that for 6 months so you don't have to save for 6 months. As Chris said, the asset does it for you. Once you get that 6 months reserves, I want you to stop thinking like that. And I want you to start thinking like a millionaire. And real millionaires save 40% of their income to invest. Don't let nobody lie to you. That whole save 10%, that's richest man in Babylon stuff. That's fantastic. It'll get you there. But once you start playing the real game, if you live off more than 60% of your income, you ain't going nowhere. Don't let them lie to you. They're going to lie to you too, Jerome. They're going to lie to you. So when Carol just asked, that's why I was breaking down that the best farmers in the world only use 75% of their farm. Go ahead.
Let me. I just want to stop you for a moment. I'm gonna get you back on track.
Nah, you good. You good.
Because Law said savings as investing. He's absolutely correct. What I have learned, because like I said, I've been playing with you for 3 years now. First of all, I wasn't paying myself. Okay. Here's the other problem, and I don't know if anybody else has got this problem, but I know I did, and I do. Is that I start saving. You talking about praying and praising because you got extra, which is good, and you do a whole lot more. The problem is you're tempted to mess with. You're tempted to take it from its place and do something with it, but that doesn't work. You got to stick with the plan. You got to stick with the plan. So don't forget that, because that's human nature, folks. Well, I'm doing better than I was before. I ain't never had this much extra. And then we start, let me be quiet.
No, that's straight middle class thinking. Listen,
Yeah.
if you got to go, you're more than welcome to check out. I'm going to finish this so you all can just watch the replay. I don't want to be disrespectful. I completely understand. But I promise you that I was going to do this, and I'm not stopping until it's done. All right? I'm holding myself up. Okay? I'm holding myself up. Nevertheless, I'm going to give you this money because Carol looks super excited right now. Her skin is extra glowing right now. Okay? So she is ready for this. She is ready. The reason why what Jerome just said is true is because you still have the middle class mindset, because you have an enjoyment mindset, not a millionaire mindset. And you don't have an investment mindset. Don't enjoy nothing. If you want to know when you should enjoy something, write this down. I will enjoy things when I have $10 million cash flow after expenses a month. Until then, don't enjoy nothing. You know how many of these shirts I got? It's like 12. And then I got a whole nother 12 with my logo on it. I'm serious. This. Let me, God dog it. I'm serious. Like, I want you to think about this.
Antonio, what
Yes,
brand? What brand do you buy?
It's from the hood store.
Yeah, but what brand is it? What's the brand?
I don't even know. It's in a green little bag on the hood store. It's on the wall where you can get some Swisher Sweets or some E40. That'd be some old English. I ain't lying, from the hood store, because they got the best quality. I'm not even lying. I ain't trying to be funny. I'm telling you. I go to the hood store. It's this little green plastic, terrorist-proof plastic that you got to cut. You can't even rip it open. You got to like bomb it open. And there's 3 of them in there with a cardboard. And they sit in the back of the wall. And they at every hood store. Okay. The kind of stores to where they ain't even got a public restroom. Those stores. Yeah. they really illegal, and they suck for the neighborhoods, to be honest with you. There's a difference between
When is your birthday?
July 20th. It's coming up.
Okay.
Yes. July 20th. But that's why I get it. So I don't even know the brand. I just know it's hood brand. That's all I know. That's all I know. And they cost me, I think it's $12 for a 3-pack. And so what is that? $4 a shirt? There it is. And they look good when I put on the jacket. They're nice and snug, right? All that stuff. Boom. Don't spend money, Kiara, until you got $10 million cash flow after expense. Yeah, always V-necks. I like V-necks. Always V-necks. But yeah, don't do it. I am a minimalist through and through. I really am. But I'm not trying to push that on you. I'm just telling you. Until I get $10 million. Oh, I was going to show y'all something. Let me show y'all something. Because I don't want you to think. So we have 3 different merchants. Merchants is what you call them. We have 3 different merchants, right? Y'all follow me? Through the merchant that is just anything over $59.99, we use a different merchant. Does everybody understand that? QuickBooks is actually our main merchant. Anything over $59.99. Let me show you. As a young, who name is this right here? One of you people that can read this.
Antonio.
Okay, what that company say?
ATSJR companies.
This is recurring revenue. This is how many new accounts. This is how many enrollments. You're talking to someone and one of his merchants. What did Monica just say? She need 24,000. One stream of income is pulling in $20,000 a month. It is not the main source of the company. It is not the main source of anything. And I'm broke as hell. Nah, y'all missed it. I did not show you that because it was impressive. I showed you that because I'm not impressive. I walk around in hood store shirts. Do you understand? Until I say I got 10 million cash flow, I ain't buying nothing. And I didn't say total. I said after expenses.
Yep.
So that's the difference between. This is why I ain't take from your paycheck protection program. That's why I ain't take from it. This is why I keep hiring people, Jerome, in the middle of COVID. Because I got real cash flow. Do you understand? Flow. I don't even know what that number equal times 12. I could just tell you every day it goes up. And if you looked at me, you think I'm broke. But if you listen to me, you can tell I'm not. It just depends on how you, right? You can look or listen. Most people look. People like y'all listen. Do you understand what I'm saying? All right, let's keep going. I'm almost done, but just follow me. You need to get to saving. That's step 3, Grace. Save 40% of your income. And saving means investing. Now, Monica, do you think you could start buying apartment complexes if you keep saving $9,600 a month?
Of course.
So let me bless y'all. Stop buying these damn cars. For the love of God. Stop. I know it make you look good, but that's your problem. You keep looking good. The goal is to be good. I got you, Kara. Please know that I do not. Grace, when last time you see me driving?
Sure, I don't know.
Have you ever sat in my car?
No.
When last time you see me drive my car?
Never.
What does my car look like?
The red.
You sure you have a car?
Exactly. She comes to my house, so she see it in the driveway.
I think it's a Ford Explorer.
I think it is too. I'm equally as confused as you because I ain't been in there in 4 or 5 years. Grace, do I even carry the car keys around?
No.
Sugar, one day I just decided that I was much more, I was too valuable to be driving around in a Ford Explorer. I swear to God I said this. I just looked, Steve, I walked outside one day and my car disgusted me. And I said, I'm never getting back in there again. I'm not lying. And I said this here. As a matter of fact, I hate picking up my own clothes for the cleaners. I'm not doing that no more either. And I said to myself, where is this coming from? And it was right then I realized I'm starting to feel like a billionaire. So I'm going to stop doing anything that doesn't make me feel like a billionaire. So I don't do it. I'm not telling y'all to act like this. I'm just telling you that I got all this credit, all this money. I ain't got no car. Why? It's a depreciating asset. I never told you. I don't have a single class in which I told you get a car. I don't have one. And every time y'all talk to me, I say income producing assets. I wouldn't even listen to me if I had a car. The car is paid off. It sits. It might not even start up, sugar. I don't even know. In fact, just from the snow, the back left window came down because it snowed, and it just kept doing that stuff. It just well, not snow, but iced up, and over years, it just made the window fall off track without even moving it, and it fell on its own. And right now, I got a trash bag over it. Don't bother me none, Steve, because I ain't gonna never get into it. It might have spiders have probably made a wonderful mansion inside that car. I don't know nothing about it because I ain't gonna never drive it again. I am grateful that it's mine, but I also know that was my past. I'm trying to teach you something. I got you. I saw somebody hit a law. I'm trying to show you something. Stop buying stuff. The reason why you keep needing a job, the reason why you don't have enough time to bring in 3 times more than what you need is because you keep chasing trinkets. There is a difference between my mind and your mind. I am willing to let people talk bad about me. Because when I look at my harvest, I'll go, well, shit, I think I'm right. And that's good enough for me. Go ahead, Law. I think that was you that raised your hand up. Lyft the Uber. I was doing Uber, Jerry. Oh, he says accident. I was doing Uber. And then Grace and Deanna was like, man, you need to give us that money. So instead of paying $30 a trip, I take care of all that stuff now for them to drive me around. So the other day when I said, Grace, who pays all your bills?
You.
Deanna, who pays all your bills?
You.
Because they drive me around everywhere. So that's the trade-off. It was either give it to Uber or give it to them. So that was the trade-off, right? That was a trade-off.
Yeah,
Group
right.
economics, though.
I think it's actually cheaper to take Lyft and Uber than it is to own a car.
You ain't lying, Jerry. Especially down here, man. We ain't got no metro and all that stuff or whatever law gets on. You know, we ain't got that.
Vegas either.
Well, there you go. There you go. Go ahead, Kiara.
So my question is
Keep
in
going.
regards to what you were saying about, can you hear me?
Got you loud and clear.
So mine was about the car situation.
Yep.
I did that where I ended up paying like $10,000 extra for my car, and I still owe $6 on it. Is it even worth paying it off to have the car versus trying to get a cheaper car and paying that off?
Depends. I need to ask you a few questions. Do you? Okay, my question is gonna be weird. Okay, first off, do you own where you live?
Yes.
All right. Number one. So since you own where you live, you've already answered your question because you're not gonna be making any more major purchases. Yes.
Right.
Not like that.
Right.
Exactly. So basically, credit is stupid to you, even though it's not. It still is though, because you don't need it. Okay. So we're coming back to it. Now, you owe $6,000 left. What is the year of this car?
2014.
Good. That can last efficiently to 2030. Because
But it's it got 90K miles on it. I bought it brand new.
Good. Average American puts 25,000 miles in their car a year. You don't seem to be doing that. You're actually driving less than the average American. Now, does it work well?
Yes.
Outstanding. And do you have to pray every time you start your engine on, or it actually you get in there, you know it's gonna work? Because you know we hood, Kara. I gotta ask you. You're self saying Because
No, it's actually got a new engine in there. It was a new
it's
engine
stuff.
put in there 2
All
years
right then.
ago.
So I wouldn't buy no cash car or any other car, nor would I pay this car off early. What I would do is I would write down how much money I need, multiply by 3, and then put plus 6,000 is what I would do.
You said multiply it by 3.
Yep. I would multiply. So whatever money you need a month, include your mortgage, all that stuff. Let's say it's $4,500 a month is what you need. Then I multiply that by 3. Grace, what's that? You do math. You do that kind of math well. 4,500 times 3.
Okay, 5 times 3 is 15. 40 times 3 is 120. 135. So 13,500.
Try anybody understand what you said, but you. $13,500 is what she just said.
I was talking. Y'all just have to be listening. I was actually, yeah.
Right.
That's how you do it, Grace. Go ahead, girl.
Right. 13,500. That's you. Okay. Now, she got it right. Diana just said you got it right. Now add 6,000 to it. This is what I would do, Carol. I'm just telling you what I would do. So now that's 19,500. I added 6,000 to what she needs. But I didn't say one time. I said now you need 19,500 because this is how I act, Kara. I would say somebody else is going to pay for my car. That's why it's in my number. And since I live on planet Earth, I'm going to get the car that I just thought about. It's going to get paid every month. My remaining balance. So when I achieve this number, I can sit back and know that I had a $6,000 problem. Now I got a $6,000 a month blessing for my problem because I just believe in God that way. I just believe in double for my trouble. That's just me. I ain't trying to bother nobody. But it seems that's what happened, to Job. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, sugar. I'm just saying. All right. That's what I would do. Now, since you don't have any major purchases, I got you, Carol. Since you don't have any major purchases, then you don't need credit. Am I telling you to ruin your credit? No. I'm saying ain't no sense in you paying it off early. Ain't no rush. Because paying it off early ain't going to increase your credit anyway. And you made off all your purchases. And since you own a house, every car lot in the world is going to automatically approve you. If you owned a car, no house loan is going to approve you. They're going to hit you with debt to income ratio. Is what it's called. But since you own a house, your debt to income ratio is always going to be complete enough to get a car. That's the game. I didn't make this up. It's a crooked system. But crooked or not, know the rules. Since you own a house, you can go in any car lot and get approved. Anyone. If you own the car and no house, you would not be able to get approved for a house.
Right.
They would tell you to pay this off. They hit you with your student loans. They tell you all this stuff because the debt income ratio is a significant part of your credit valuation as you do it. That's what I would do. That's why I had to ask you those questions to see what was going on, particular to your situation. Go ahead, Carol.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, you got it.
So also, if you have a car and you're paying it off, and you've paid off, let's say 6 years, whatever, how many years you've paid off of it, would it be wise to just redo the loan so that you can be paying less?
Well,
you might get it at a lesser percentage.
But yes. So no, the answer is no. But yes, I understand you. It'd be the illusion of paying less. What they would do is they would amortize, or let me hold on, break that down simply. The refinancing would essentially become a hospital. Let me explain this to y'all, because I want to say amortize. Some of y'all know what that means, some of you don't. So let me explain it this way. When Jerome goes to the hospital, they have no intention on curing Jerome. They're prolonging Jerome's death. When you refinance a loan, they have no intentions on taking you out of debt. They're prolonging your death. Your monthly becomes easier, but your grand total becomes higher. And you can take that grand total. Remember Carrie said she paid $10,000 extra? That's 10,000 she could have put down on a duplex, and now she would have 2 people paying her rent.
Got it. Got it.
There
Okay.
you go. There you go. Yeah, good stuff. Thank y'all. All right, let's take a. I'm done there. I'm gonna build on that tomorrow. But let's take a few more relevant. Well, all y'all questions are relevant. But let's take a few more questions because this is helping y'all. Money. Let me just say. I'm gonna go back to the Christian Bible because I don't know if this is true in the other religions I know. But the protagonist of the New Testament, who is known as Jesus, talked about money more than he talked about the afterlife. You should know that. You don't have to believe me. Just it's statistics. All right? Because money determines how you behave on earth. Do you understand? All right. Does anyone have a money question that you would like me to answer? Just know I'm going to respond like a minimalist, crazy millionaire. And it's probably going to be an extreme response because my goal is to actually win, not to have the illusion of winning. Anybody? Okay, go ahead, Kara.
So I got this credit card, right?
Yep. Talk to me. Talk to me. You in
And
my
I
lane
got
right
the
now.
money. I got the money to pay it off, but because I just went like full blown on my own into business as an independent contractor, I've been trying to make sure I have a little bit of cushion while I'm learning what I'm doing and going through this process.
Smart.
So I've been paying it all the time. I don't never miss my payments, but it's up there now. It's like 2,700 on there. And I'm like, do I just pay it off and bite the bullet from my savings, or do I keep paying it down? Because I don't need to use it. If I pay it off, I don't plan on touching that thing. But I really had to use it when I really didn't have it. And that's why I got high like that. So it wasn't off of something, random.
No doubt. This is a most excellent question. I have to ask you a few questions. What is don't mean to get in your business, but what is the limit on that card? How much space do you have left? And before you answer, we don't give a damn about your credit score. You've made all your purchases. Okay? I don't care if you maxed out. That's their problem. That ain't yours. Because you made your major purchases. But what's the limit?
It's 3,000.
All right, good then. So she is maxed out pretty much because you're supposed to stay about 25%. So her credit score would have dropped from an 800 to a 760 because of the amount that's on her card. No one cares. No one cares. Do you understand? No one cares, or you shouldn't care because you made all your major purchases. So let them hit your credit. So what? Do you understand? What you do is I want you to come up with a $2,700 coaching package of therapy. Get some good value, add it in there, determine how long you want to do it, and when they pay that, you pay your credit card. Then and only then. Help me, somebody. You understand what I just did?
Yes, sir.
That ain't yours to pay. That is not your responsibility. And the only reason why I want you to do that is because you need cash. And right now, your credit card is cash. You understand? You're going to want cash because you're going to find an opportunity to buy something for pennies on a dollar, and I want you to have $3,000 available. It's the only reason. And when it's good, you max that joint out. If you find a $3,000 investment that you can flip for $12,000, you super max that joint out. Because it's only going to hurt you for 30 days. You're going to get your $12,000. You're going to pay it back off, and your score going to go back up. Listen, y'all. You can either care about your credit, thus staying in the middle class, or you can leverage your credit. How many millionaires and billionaires do y'all hear talking about credit? It ain't that many. You don't care about that stuff. Y'all do. I don't care about that. I don't care about credit. I got a guy monitoring my credit. I don't care nothing about credit. And I make his life hell. He knows that I am liable to do something real stupid with my credit. I will. I absolutely will, because he know I don't care. I'm a diamond customer with him. I pay the highest price possible. He monitors every month. Jerry, I'm so stupid. I would literally be like, I ain't pay that. He'd be like, you got to pay. I'd be like, no, I don't. I don't have to pay that. He'd like, no, yeah, you do. I said, no. I don't have to pay that. I'll pay him when I feel like it. Yeah, I'm going to still pay Steve because of integrity. But I'm going to take care of my people before I pay a corporation. Shit, you crazy as hell. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not about to put a corporation over people. They not paying taxes anyway. Get out of here with that. They can write me off. Go ahead and hit my stuff for 30 days. I ain't gonna do nothing but write a item verify request to get it off there anyway. Right? When I finally pay it, Jerry, I'm gonna say, listen, I'm gonna pay it, but you need to take this off my credit. I do it all the time. Get out of here. Anyway, Chris, I believe you got your hand up. Yeah, I better learn how to play the game.
All right, excuse me when I'm running. But my question is,
you really are
sounds
ready.
like, yeah, gotta get. But my question is, it sounds like entrepreneurs need to form like a package or some kind of service to where it pushes them outside their comfort zone, but it starts handling their major expense. Does that make sense? Because I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs play it safe, and they never make like a big package because they don't know if it's valuable enough.
Fair enough. Yeah, I agree with that. And of course, entrepreneurs play it safe because you come from the middle class. You come from what they tell you to play it safe, right? You come from what you just want to do, Kara, Chris, is you don't want to change your check to check mindset to client mindset. I'll show this to you before I get to Jerome. Deanna got an email day before yesterday about some client. What did I tell you? I sure hope you remember. I told her this as fast as possible. I sure hope you remember.
Don't even respond to them. We getting out of the client business. You don't need no clients. You don't need to partner with nobody.
That's it. Fine. Did I hear what I told her? I said, you are a COO of $1 million company now. Why is you worried about clients? This is what I told her. Oh, I need y'all to hear me. I said, no, we getting out the client business. I said, you want to win? You focus on subscriptions until we get to a certain dollar amount. I said, do Google got clients? That's what, I ain't lying. I said, is Apple running around here getting clients? Is Netflix getting clients? No, we ain't got clients. You want out that business. I said, when we get clients, they're going to pay for our infrastructure, not for our human resources. Somebody caught that. Somebody with a high level of awareness caught that. Somebody caught that. Go ahead, Jerron.
I was trying to catch that, Antonio.
I wouldn't have said nothing if somebody wouldn't have, but now that you asked, I will. Now I know I'm not violating your free will, so I'll go into it before you ask your question. I'm telling Deanna, how do you want to build your business? Do you want to focus on person to person, because that's check to check? Or do you want to focus on residual monthly cash flow?
Okay, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You don't want to turn one person into a monthly payment. No.
Right.
You want to turn 10 million people into monthly payments.
Like a system, yeah. For the
Yes. That's why every time when Monica asks and this, I say, no, we're going to sell it soon. We ain't worried about it right now. Just focus on this. It seems weird when I say just focus on $19.99, $49.99, $59.99, because we got so much going on. But that's the problem. If you don't focus on predictable revenue, then you're gonna get hit by the next economic downturn. And there's another one coming in the middle of this one. Make no mistake about it. We can't sustain what's happening. Go ahead, Carol.
I better hurry up.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
We can't sustain the weight on the system. Let me read this comment before I get back to you, Jerome. There are a couple of mortgage companies that don't even look at your credit score. Yep, Churchill Mortgage is one. They do manual underwriting. I did not know that. We have all been conditioned by the system to believe there's no other way to get a mortgage. Facts, Jerry. They lying to us, man. They lying. And if you a veteran like me, it's so much. Anyway, don't even get me started. Go ahead, Jerome.
Okay, so I have 3 questions. First one,
Good, man.
I wanted to know, and thank you too. I wanted to know, is a credit score important?
All right, let me
And
back
I'm
up
a
real quick.
boost up
No,
to
no,
see.
no, no, no. Hold on. Let me back up real quick. Let me back up real quick. If you got to go, you can. I got stuff to do, but I made a promise, and I'm gonna fulfill this promise. Do you understand? And
Yes.
right now, I'm only answering y'all money questions. If you don't have value from learning right now, or you got something to do, please go get your money. We'll send you the replay. It's all good. I don't want y'all to think I'm not being a good steward of your time. What I'm doing is being a good steward of my promise. Okay? That's what I'm doing. So just want to let you know that. Just tell you that. Cool. Now that we got that straight, is credit good? Is that what you asked?
Well, yeah, it does. Does it matter? Like, is it important?
No, it doesn't matter. And no, it's not important. But yes, it does matter. And yes, it is important. There's nuances here. The ultimate answer to your question is it's a made up thing that we made in capitalism. So no, it's not important.
Hmm.
No, it's really not. I'm not even trying to be woke. I'm just telling you it's a bunch of malarkey. However, you 19 or 20,
20.
you know how much faster you would be able to get rich if you had credit?
A lot more. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just think about it for a second. You can either invest in apartments off $7.50 an hour or get a $20,000 credit card.
Mm-hmm.
One of these is faster. Right?
Yeah.
You get it? So you see how it doesn't make sense and does make sense? One of
Yes.
these is faster. One of them is not. Think about it. This is what I would do if I was 20 and I had the ability to co-sign with my dad or something, get a $20,000 credit card. Say, Dad, check this out. I'm gonna mess up your credit for 90 days. What you doing? What you mean, son? Oh yeah. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna mess up your credit for 90 days, but if you give me 90 days, I'm gonna make sure that the credit score jump up and I'm put some cash in your pocket too. What you talking about? I got a mentor, right? The millionaire. He's gonna teach me how to fix and flip a house in 90 days.
Yeah.
How? There's something called hypermarkets and super hypermarkets. A super hypermarket, Dad, is a market in which houses are moving 30 days or less in the market. A hypermarket is when houses are moving in 60 days or less in the market. And he has a system in which, and we would buy in whole, but what we want to do is we want to use the credit to get massive income, and then we'll buy whole in a little bit. What we want to do is we want to buy, fix, flip, and sell a house in 90 days. But we need it to be good. What I want to do is I want to buy a house with X amount of money earnest down, and I need up to $20,000 to get this done, and 20,000, 20,000 for the repairs too, should that be needed. Okay, no problem. All right. So when I want to do that is I'm going to buy this house, but it costs $16,000, a couple of the closing. So we maxing out the credit card. That's immediately going to make the score go down. But Dad, if you trust me, or at least trust him, I'm gonna pay this whole thing back off. Your score gonna go back up, but now I want to give you 15,000 extra cash because we're gonna make $40,000 from the deal. So we'll split it 50-50. I get 20, you get 20. So you're gonna get 20 in someone else's money. Then I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna pay that 20 off. Then I'm gonna give you 20 back in cash so we can do it again. That's what he's gonna tell you that. Do you understand?
Yes.
And what you're gonna say is, I'm not keeping nothing from the deal. What you're doing, Dad, is you're letting me get 20,000 in credit to get this first house. I'm going to take my $20,000 profit and pay off the credit card, and then give you the other 50% of that credit, that cash, and give you $20,000 cash. Let me use your credit. I'm gonna give you 100% return on investment. We'll make $40,000 from the deal. Do you understand what I just said so far?
Yes. So in exchange of the investment and making profit from it, you're gonna give him a percentage, but you're doing it in exchange for you co-signing for his credit.
Because all
to
you
take that
want
risk.
is the
Yeah.
$20,000 credit card that you can use on the second deal. So you're
Yeah.
sacrificing the first deal.
Yes.
Now, when you give your dad $20,000 cash on something he didn't do, I can assure you,
That's so
his
much.
trust level for you is gonna go up. Do you understand?
Yeah.
All right. All right. So while
Yeah.
credit is stupid, using credit this way, oh, that makes you a genius.
Yes.
Credit, y'all, is just a made-up tool that you can leverage like anything else.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now you got $20,000. Now the second deal you do, you can do it for yourself. You keep all the money. You do the same thing. You max it out with 20,000. You don't care. Then you put 20,000 to pay off the card, and you got 20,000 cash for yourself. Now you got another $40,000 again.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, you got 20 in credit, 20 in cash. This is what you're gonna do. Then you're gonna go and get another house. This time you got $40,000. This time you're gonna flip it again, but you're gonna take that 40,000. You're gonna max out that 20. You're gonna get $60,000 from the deal, and you're gonna get $20,000 in credit, and you're gonna get $40,000 in cash. Now you got 60,000. And you're gonna repeat this process until you get to $250,000. Do you understand? It's gonna
Yes.
stay 20 on the card and then this much in cash. And once you get to $250,000, you're gonna take that $250,000, you go buy an apartment complex, and you're never gonna have to work again, because 300 renters or maybe 13 renters are going to pay their most important expense, which is their rent, for your life. And by that time, you're going to be 22 years old. You're going to be featured on podcasts about how you did it. Because at that time, on paper, without a doubt, you will most certainly be a millionaire, which I don't care about paper, but you would have cash flow enough that would net you. Grace, get your calculator out. If you buy 250, if you put $250,000 down on an apartment complex, that's $1 million apartment complex. It better be. If you listening to ATS, it better be. Right? You do not kill your soldiers, so you do not go buy a $25,000 apartment complex. You go buy 25% of that. Grace, I want you to take $1 million, and I need a 6% return every year on $1 million. After all your expenses, you're going to walk away with $60,000 a year. Grace, divide that by 12 for me. This one apartment complex is going to net you $5,000 a month. Can you work with that?
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? Now, you're going to want to be rich, but Antonio going to tell you you need to save 40% of that. Grace, can you give me 40% of that, please? Now, you're going to take another $2,000, and that's going to be reinvested, and you're going to take that $2,000 with the money you already got. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ladies
That's
and
a
gentlemen.
whole wow.
They don't teach you that.
Wow.
Did y'all hear what I just taught this man?
Wow.
Wow. You do know it's people on this phone call 60 plus that didn't even know that. It has nothing to do with them. It's been shielded from them.
That basically asked my third question, I think, too.
Okay, give me the second and the third one, just in case.
Yeah. So the third question, I'm gonna just get to that. It was, what's one of your secrets to like wealth?
There's only 2 secrets to wealth. All right? There's only 2 secrets to wealth. You can't have wealth if you don't already have wealth. You just can't get it. Stop letting them tell y'all could be wealthy. They're lying. You cannot be wealthy. The American dream is a lie. But don't listen to me. Listen to the baby boomers. They'll tell you. Y'all know. Is there a baby boomer on the call in any country that can confess that whole work hard till you 65 is a lie? Right? You see their hands. So don't listen to me. Listen to them. Okay,
I mean,
they're the smart people.
Jerron, you know, the whole work thing, you're taught work hard, learn a lot, get ahead, be the number one. And all the time you're doing all of that work for somebody else.
That's it. That's it, Carol.
That's how they get
And
you.
then they say, oh, I got somebody that just graduated from college and I can teach them to do the things the way I want. But they got all the knowledge and everything from you already. So now they could just say, well, this is not a good fit anymore. We're going in a different direction and you are out of work. I made a lot of money and
for
I was
a lot of people.
fast. So do your own business. You're on the right track.
That's it. Which leads us to the second secret of wealth. There's only two secrets of wealth. The first one I said is you can't have wealth without wealth. Y'all need to receive that. Please. They're lying to you. You can't have wealth without wealth. What Steve is doing is he's taking wealth and about to put it in funnels to create wealth. But how do you create wealth? The secret secret, Jerron, is labor. If you don't have a labor force, actually, let me tell all y'all something. But my first thing I was going to say, if you don't have a labor force, then you'll never be wealthy because you can't generate wealth without labor. It's why it's. Do you?
Antonio.
You saved me for saying something way too woke. I was going to say something so woke.
You're going to say it right after. Are you, can you say in a sense that your funnels and your videos and all of that is your labor?
That's right. You got it, Carol. That's right. Steve and Jerry about to make sales funnel work for them like child labor, like slavery, pennies on the dollar. No, it's every world power immorally became a world power.
Wow.
Everyone. This is. Let me be woke with y'all real quick. You know why we hate communism? We don't hate communism because it's messing with people. No, we hate communism because it's the fastest way to overtake capitalism. Stop letting them lie to y'all. Communism is a threat to capitalism because I got to split my money with Steve. Not if I was a communist. You do know if I had a communistic system, I'd already be 100 billionaire. Already. Now think about that for a second. Now, also, every single nation on planet Earth that has been colonized by what we call the European descendants that inhabit America. I'm being as specific and also general and kind as possible. Have received government sanctioned, law approved reparations. Not black people. You know why? Forget the whole argument. It's because black people are still the labor force. And if you give us reparations, you lose your labor force. And if you lose your labor force, you lose your wealth. Stop letting them lie to y'all. They're lying to you. Okay? I'm not trying to be divisive. I'm just telling you what is money. What is money is if I want to be wealthy, I need a labor force. As a matter of fact, let me just tell all of you right now. Some of your mentors don't have a labor force. Stop following them. They're living off their name. And that's not sustainable. They will be exposed. Some of your favorite people don't have a labor force. Some of the folk that tried to turn y'all against me ain't got no labor force. Do you understand? And if you don't have a labor force, what can you possibly teach me? Now, those people who have a labor force and treat that labor force well, those are your billionaires.
So if you say treat the labor force well, and you're talking about funnels and things like that at this point, what do you mean by that?
So if you're talking about funnels, you treat your labor force well by investing the profits back into those funnels. Instead of trying to eat those profits, you put it back in the funnel so those funnels can have more reach to more people. If you're talking about humans, then you make sure Grace knows that you better take care of Jerry or I'm going to bust your blankety blank. This is a real conversation that has happened in the ATS office.
Well, you said that. You said that on one
I
of the
did.
calls too. But then again, so I have to throw it back at you. You better take care.
No doubt, right? But do you get what I'm saying? You better make sure that these people get paid this and this and that. Do you understand what I'm saying? You must treat your labor force properly. Well, you don't have to. But if you want to be a billionaire, or if you don't want to protect your money, then you probably should. But you don't have to. You don't have to. You actually have the right to do what you want to do. But I can assure you, the moment the software is done, Jerry, Steve, Phil, Susan, Sugar Law, Monica, Shaker, both Satishas on the call, Carol, Jerron, that's pretty much most of all this call. Your income is going to explode exponentially, not because I'm smart, because I have a personal vested interest in your success. And the rise of you will make me go, I told you, right? Like my desire to say, I told you so, is tied into your success. And please believe, Kiera, that my about me can't wait to say, I told you. Please know that. If you can't trust nothing else about me, you should trust that I am far too, whatever you want to call it, to lose. If I was following me, I'd bank on that. Because I'll die before I lose. Die. Smooth off die. I would. Go ahead, Law.
It's interesting that you're actually talking about this topic because I just actually had the similar conversation with my godson yesterday, and he is actually the same age as Jerron, and I sent Jerron's video to him as well, which he loved as well. But I'm trying to get him to get on these daily calls, so he can get this information because he wants to start flipping houses. He wants to leverage things, and he was looking into Grant Cardone's program or what have you. But I think with Grant Cardone's program, they do all the work for you, but you pay a subscription type situation or what have you, and that's not what he wants to do. So if possible, I would love this recording so I can actually send it to him so he can further understand what I was trying to explain to him as far as leveraging your money with properties and just continue going up that ladder so you can then get to where it is that you want to get to.
No doubt. Grace, send him this recording. Send him this recording. There it is. Go ahead, Carol.
Yeah, I would like to just get a copy of it too.
Send everybody this recording, y'all. Make it downloadable too.
So my grandson, who's also around that age, he just hit 20. He wants to go into the stuff that Tempest is interested in because he's an IT kid, and the whole thing with the school and all fell through for him right now because of the COVID. So he's like really anxious to get into his IT business and all that secret whatever stuff that is that they're doing. So But I'm gonna send that to him too. He's like,
Send it. Send it. Send it. Yeah, send it. Listen, I have what I'm getting ready to do next is I've picked, I've hands. Let's look at the. I sent a line up message, y'all. I am setting y'all up. I'm telling you right now. Hold on, excuse me. I am. I am literally seeing who is going to vie for my attention because I have a vested interest in anybody who's doing it. If you gay, I most certainly want you on my team. If you Hispanic, I want you. If you white, I want. I have a vested interest in the elevation of certain people groups, so I can be the one to say that I am helping the middle class exit. Follow me so we can go do more. Now I could do the opposite and I can say they not doing it, but I don't have a system of scarcity, so I don't point to other people and say what they not doing. And I'm not a politician, right? That doesn't if I was a politician, that's exactly what I would do, Jerry. I would say that they suck, I don't. But I don't do that. All I gotta do is blow y'all up and sit back and people gonna say, where you get that from, Kier? Oh, well let me tell you. Right? That's all I gotta do. And you do that 100 times a month for 7 months, that system would take over itself. Would that be MExit? Absolutely. Middle class exit. And I ain't even start pushing that yet. I'm so slick, y'all. That's why you can't get the book right now. Now see, baby. That's why you can't get the book right now. But that's also why the book came out right when it came out. That's it. Look at oh you got it, Jerry got it. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, you got it. Steve got it too. Good, good. Yes, yes. All right, we'll take one more question.
Hey, I got a
Go
deep
ahead, Chris.
well.
Go ahead. We'll take two. Go ahead, Chris and then Grace.
I feel like this is going to be a deep question, but this is my own
All
personal
right.
experience. So I know the importance of labor force and all that, but it
Yep.
seems like what I keep running into is, let's say, as I keep looking for different people to like kind of get the labor force you're talking about, this is me be transparent. I feel like when I ask that question or try to put them in that position and get my business running, they look at me as if I'm trying to do the same thing as these other companies, which it is, but they look at me like, I won't probably get the stones thrown at me for this, like a master, if that makes sense.
Right. I
So
got
they,
you.
yeah.
So you definitely dealing with a lot of young black people for sure. Now, without a doubt, listen. So stop dealing with people, Chris. All right. Stop dealing with. I muted Mike for a second, but get ready to unmute it. Stop dealing with people. Make Facebook ads your labor force. Make LinkedIn ads your labor force. Make sales funnels your labor force. And the more you grow from that, is in the less they'll talk back to you. Let me tell y'all something. Please write this down. Winning changes people's perception of you. I probably should write that book. I probably should. Winning changes people's perception of you. Chris, if you run into that problem, you have not presented yourself as a winner like you need to. Now unmute your mic real quick so we can dialogue, because I need you to put your winning in their face. You understand?
Yes.
Don't be humble. It's not time to be humble. Yeah. You could be a minimalist. And I'm humble, but I ain't humble all at the same time. I'm arrogantly humble is what Shannon calls me. I'm Donald Trump with my winning. I got the best winnings. I'm telling everybody. As soon as I blow Jerry up, Jerry gonna be like, hey Tony, why you keep telling people my story? Because Jerry, shoot. Your story make me look good. I can't wait to tell your story. he gonna be so embarrassed. I keep telling his story over and over and over and over again. I can't wait.
But everybody loves a story, Les Brown.
That's it. That's it, man. That's it. Go ahead, Grace. Let's go get your money. All right. Is there one more question? One more question. No more. Okay, good. I just wanted to add value to y'all because I got stuff to do. You can obviously hear the kids playing right at my feet. all sorts of stuff. We're going to pick up, and this time I'm going to give you a step-by-step. Next time I'm going to give you a step-by-step plan to do this with your company, my company, etc., and then bring all your questions and stuff. Kiara, let me double back to you. You're welcome. I see it in stuff. Let me double back to you because I said something that was real slick like. Whenever you have a bill, you need to create a package. Help me, somebody. That was a powerful lesson.
Very helpful. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Carol said very helpful. Whenever you have a bill, create you a package. One person pay for that bill. Everybody else, it's just 100% income. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plan better. You can dominate. All right, everybody. Thank you for spending this time with me. Appreciate you. Let's go dominate.